welcome back to 𝘿𝙚𝙠. Today we're needed for a shared Psyche featuring the new Wyrdeer V with the Psyshield Bash attack, doing 40x damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon, and it also has the Frontier Road ability, allowing to move any amount of energy from your other Pokemon to it as it moves into the active spot. So for this ability to work, we need a lot of stadium cards to make sure they don't play Path to the Peak, which is going to shut down not only our Wyrdeer V's ability but also our Genesect. So we are playing our Fusion Strike system to help us draw cards into our hand, and we're also playing our Latios and Latias for the free energy attachment with Blue Assist, Red Assist, using those abilities to get as many energies into the field as fast as possible. And after that, all we need to do is switch to our Wyrdeer to activate the transfer, move as many energies as we want to this Pokemon as it becomes the new active, allowing us to hit up to 360 or even 400 plus damage with this attack, killing a VMAX or V-Star Pokemon with one hit. And we also have one copy of Dunsparce and 2 Keep of Toughness to help our Wyrdeer V survive a bit longer so that it gets to attack more times before it gets knocked out. So all we need to do is bench as many Latios and Latias as we can early on in the game and do the ability fast so we get to bring in as much energies into play for a one-hit knockout. So it's important to do that on the first turn already. With our VIP pass, we got 4 copies and 4 Quick Ball as well to summon our basics, plus 3 Stormy Mountain, 3 Ultra Ball, and 1 Capture. For our switch cards, we have 1 Escape Rope, 1 Air Balloon, 2 Bird Keepers, and 3 Switch. For our draw support, we got 3 Genesect, 4 Research, and 2 Bird Keepers. We also have 1 Ordinary Rod and 1 Energy Recycler to shuffle back cards into the deck, 3 copies of our main attacker, 3 Latios, and 2 Latias. Finally, we have 14 basic Psychic Energies, 2 basic Water for Latios, 1 Capture, and 1 Aurora Energy for us to use Dyna Barrier or Luster Purge. Also, it may be recommended to swap 1 basic energy for a boss, but I actually prefer to have more energy so that we get to do a one-hit knockout fast. So that's all for the deck list. Let's go for gameplay! Okay, let's go in for our first game. We're up against Duraludon, and they got Arceus as well. Arceus V-Star with the crazy Starbirth ability and Skyscraping Perfection. So we actually have 2 special energy in this deck, 1 Capture and 1 Aurora. Make sure you don't attach them if you want to do any damage to that Duraludon just because they have that ability. We can't play Path to the Peak in this deck just because we have Frontier Road. We are relying on Wyrdeer's ability for the one-hit knockout strategy, and we also want to be using our Genesect to draw cards. So we can't play Path to the Peak, and if our opponent plays that card, we actually have to somehow search for our Stadium card. There's no Stadium nav for the standard format. I'm quite sad about that. I mean, there used to be a item card that allows you to search for your Stadium card for Sun and Moon, but we don't actually have an ability or item card or anything to search for that Stadium. Nothing but Shady Dealings, Shady Dealings help you search for any trainer card, obviously, but nothing else works. That should really be a Pokemon, something like a Mew that allows you to search for a Stadium card. Mew doesn't even work though. Mysterious Tail only allows you to search for, put a item card at the top 5 cards of your deck into your hand. If it's a supporter card, if it's a, Stadium card, you can't put it into your hand because Stadium is not an item. But we have enough Stadium cards in this deck to kick out that Path to the Peak. To make sure we get to use our ability once more, just because we cannot draw cards, we cannot transfer, and that is a big deal. If we can't do anything with our V abilities, we're done. So that's why we have, a full-on 4 copies, 3 Stormy Mountain, and 1 Training Card. Training Card helps out a lot just because we can actually attack with Latios as well. If we attack with Luster Purge against a 1-price deck, it's gonna help you a lot against 1-price decks, obviously. If you play against like low HP V cards, if you play Orbital V, you can actually do an early knockout with your Luster Purge if you attach your first water energy on your first turn, which is not actually that likely just because we only have 2 copies of the basic water and 1 Aurora energy. So if you're lucky enough to attach a water on your first turn, you can actually collect a V knockout on your second turn going first. If you go first, you actually get to kill a V card before they evolve. So that is what we actually get to do with Luster Purge, or if they play 1-price decks, we can collect extra knockouts with like one price card, and without having to sacrifice any extra price cards by having our opponent kill a Wyrdeer. So Latias is not actually doing much because Dyna Barrier, if they play VMAX, you get to obviously protect yourself. But V-Star is very in season right now, and Latias is not protecting itself from V-Star cards. Only 70 damage as well. If they play level ball cards, you can't kill them. If they play Med Party though, you can still do a knockout. So Latias actually gives you an optional attack, which isn't really, that strong anymore. We have only 1 Aurora energy for that fire cost, so it really doesn't work that well. Okay, we can actually do Latias, but it does 0 damage. We are doing 0 damage to Duraludon, forcing them to get their boss order to kill something on our bench. But I don't think we're gonna do that. We're just gonna attach as much energy as we can for a one-hit knockout, killing off a Duraludon with 360 damage. Because they actually have exactly 360 HP, so we need 9. All we need is 9 copies of basic energies attached, and we're good to go. Do not attach special energies. Make sure you remember that. If you have any one copy attached, you can't do. You are doing 0 damage to Duraludon. Obviously, right? So let's just bench the Genesect so that we get to draw more times. We're gonna attach the energy. So this is actually a very fun deck to play, just because it's super fun. Playing so many energies in your deck, you actually get to attach to your Latios Latias, and once you bench your Genesect, you can actually draw a lot of cards after attaching. So if you're lucky enough to draw out a lot of energies in your hand, you can actually attach and then draw and attach and draw, right? Every single turn you can do that over and over and over. If you get your item cards, you got your Ultra Ball, Quick Ball to discard your hand. So I don't think it's that difficult to play this deck. We're playing a full-on basic as well, no evolution cards. I mean, this is super fun. We got 1 energy recycler, 1 vault to shuffle back Pokemon cards. So if they play Rapid Flow, we don't actually have a mana fee. We can't play that many non-fusion strike Pokemons, just because if we bench them, we are not able to draw that much with our Genesect. So make sure you are aware of that. If you can afford not to bench a Dunsparce, don't do it, right? If you get it as your first active, you have no choice but to. But if they're not playing fighting types, just don't bench it, because it's not smart. If you just discard it from your hand or from your deck. Because if you have more Fusion Strike Pokemons in play, you actually get to draw more, and that's doing a lot for you. And we actually got our first knockout right here. We get to kill the first Duraludon VMAX. They actually gave us that though. They gave us a VMAX for some reason, because they thought they could avoid the knockout. If they give us the Arceus, I don't think it would be that good either. We only got 2 prize cards though. If they give us either the V card or the VSTAR, the basic V. So here is the risky part. If they play Tool Scrapper, they can actually kill our Wyrdeer. And they got Starbirth. They already used it though. They already used the VSTAR ability, so they can't actually search for the Tool Scrapper. Fortunately, we actually get to survive 1 turn, and we don't need to reattach, because we actually have 0 energy in play after the knockout. If they kill Wyrdeer, we have to recharge from 0, right? From scratch. We have to get back all 9 energies. And that's gonna take a few turns, and they may be able to do a boss to kill our bench Genesect and collect all the remaining 4 prizes by then. So it's actually it's a speed. It's all about speed. If we can attach fast enough, we can actually win quite easily. So it's better to have like 4 of your Latias early on in the game. So this is a different game. We're up against Whimsicott now. Sorry about this. It's actually the recording got cut out just because I pressed the wrong button while I was doing the record. And the display actually got cut from the game screen into the desktop screen. So I can't actually put it into the video. So I'm sorry about that, but the beginning part of this game is actually cut out from this video, and you can't actually see what happened. I'm gonna just tell you guys what happened while I was playing this game. So they actually played a lot of Crushing Hammers, Fan of Waves, and I think they used already 3 Crushing Hammer, discarded like 2 energies from play, and got 1 Tails for the Crushing Hammer, and we actually got only 1 energy remaining in play. But we got actually a good setup already. They got their first Whimsicott V-Star and double turbo already attached. They have 2 Bibarels in play and 1 Luminion. So they are putting the smiley emoji, which is pretty annoying. So this is actually a very intense battle. That's why I decided to put it in. Just even though it's like cut out, like it's the front part is cut out, which I'm not happy about, just because I made a mistake while I was playing the game and recording. I pressed like the wrong button, and I accidentally, the screen just got cut out. Sorry about that. I didn't save that part as well. I should have saved it, but I was so sure I was gonna lose this game, because they played so many Crushing Hammers, they got so many heads, and we got only 1 energy in play. They haven't used their Flop All Star yet, so if they use their V-Star attack, they can kill the Wyrdeer with one hit, or even like our energy cards, if we invest too much energy on one Latios or one Latias, they're gonna kill that Pokemon, and then we have 0 energies remaining, so we actually need to somehow do a first knockout right now. I think our best bet is to somehow attack fast with that Wyrdeer, and while charging up our energy cards on all the Latios and Latias, so that if they knock out one or the other, we actually have still enough energies for the next one. So let's just do 120 damage, which is enough. We don't need that much energy to kill the Bibarel, and they keep putting the smiley face, which is super annoying, so I'm just gonna put a mute. I'm just gonna mute them, it's just, I can't stand it. Because they're playing a broken deck though. Whimsicott is so broken just because you got your Crushing Hammer, Fan of Waves. I don't know why it works so well, but it's just really, really annoying. I lost so many times to Whimsicott, but for this deck though, it's working quite well against Whimsicott. We actually recorded quite a lot of wins against this card, against that list. So I'm very happy with this deck right now. Bibarel Whimsicott with nothing but double turbo, Crushing Hammer, and all the Path to the Peak as well. So we have to watch out for the Stadium card. They got 4 Path to the Peak. So it's a race between, are they able to play that Stadium card at the right time? Are they able to discard all of our Stadium cards? It's actually an emoji battle as well. I'm putting out emojis while muting them, which is actually quite cowardly, but I don't care. Okay, we got our first Stadium out. That means they can actually play Path to discard that. And we got 3 Stadium remaining. I'm not sure if we have 3 Stormy Mountain. We actually have 2, I think, for this game. So 2 Stormy Mountain and 2 Training Card, which is actually quite different from the final list. And as I said, well, normally in my video I will explain that, you know, if you have played the same game, if you have played you know, the same deck for a lot of games, you're gonna be forced to update your list, because if you don't update it, the algorithm is gonna change. You're not gonna get that good a hand anymore to start with. You're not gonna get your VIP pass, you're not gonna get a quick ball. They're gonna give you a really bad hand, a really bad start, to force you to change your deck list. So that's how this game works. It's basically they're forcing you to update your list, not necessarily making it better, but making it like making sure that you don't play the same cards. Because if you keep playing the same thing and win with the same deck, then someone is gonna get pissed off, right? Someone is gonna be like, that deck is too broken, like kick that out. It's not supposed to be that broken. So we actually played way too many games with this deck and are forced to change the list. We initially had a Boss Order, a Clara, we initially had like 3 Cape of Toughness, 2 Stormy Mountain, 2 Training Card, and a lot of different cards. Really, really fun deck, but I actually had to cut out those cards and replace them with my Ordinary Rod, add more energy cards as well, so it's really tricky to play this deck. It's just, I don't know, it's just how this game works. Can't really do much about it. The more times you play with the same list, the less you're gonna win, right? Especially if you win like the first 5 games, they're not gonna let you win that easily. They're gonna give you a really bad start. Like, trust me, the worst start of my life. I got nothing but energies for 1 game. I played only 17 energies, but once I actually got like 6 energies in my hand, no VIP pass, nothing but a Wyrdeer to start with for like 2 or 3 turns. That's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. No supporter cards, no nothing. Not even a Genesect or a Stormy Mountain. So if you get a Stormy Mountain, you actually need another Quick Ball to get your Genesect, and that's not enough to draw cards. So that's why you need like 4 VIP powers. We actually only have 3 VIP for the initial list, and like 2 Quick Ball, 2 Ultra Ball. So not a lot of setup, a lot of basic summons, which is actually crucial for this list. It's like the most important thing you need to start off early. If you get if you can bench a lot fast, you can draw faster, you can draw a lot more from the get-go, and that actually helps you draw out the right cards, and you know, it's gonna set your system running much earlier, and that's gonna help you in the long run, obviously. Okay, They got 2 double turbo attached to the Whimsicott, so they can actually do a lot of damage with Fluffball Star. Probably a one-hit knockout on the next turn, killing the Wyrdeer. I mean, I have no idea what we should be doing right now. They actually got the Path to the Peak, I think. So we can't play our ability. I thought we could use it, but we can't do it. Look at that. I thought we could use the ability. We forgot that they have the Path to the Peak. So, that was quite stupid. We should have switched to the Latios. So now they actually don't need a boss to kill us. They don't need to play Fluffball Star. They can actually do, you know, Trick Wind on the active and then kill it later with a boss maybe. Fluffball Star on our bench on the next turn. Well, on the turn after. So they need one less boss is what I'm trying to say, right? If you give them something that you shouldn't be putting in the active spot, if you offer your opponent, you know, a Pokemon that you shouldn't be offering, then they actually need less boss order. And that one less boss order is all it takes to win the game. So don't make any mistake, guys. This is the biggest mistake of my life. I wasted that one turn doing nothing. We couldn't do anything anyways because we got our Stadium cards late. If we switched to Genesect though, we could have played the Stadium card from our hand later and then retreat with the Air Balloon, killing the first Whimsicott V-Star. So I forgot about the Stadium card. We should have retreated. We should have switched Escape Rope to Genesect and then retreated after playing the Stadium card. Because Marnie's probably going to get us our training card. As you see, we have a training card in our hand right now. Well, there's nothing you can do sometimes. And they just killed the Genesect. Now we have no way to draw cards. We have our research though. Just at the right time, we got it into our hand. Perfect. Now we're going to do our first knockout, killing the Whimsicott. They don't need that much energy for the next one. I'm not sure why they killed the Genesect though. They should be killing the Wyrdeer, right? Or like the Latios. So they got like 5 energies. That's 280 damage. Oh, 260. Oh my goodness, 260 is not enough. 260 is not enough to kill the Wyrdeer. They got a Choice Belt to knock out the active, but it's not enough to kill the bench. Our bench only has 1 energy though. So if they waste that V ability, if they waste the V-Star attack on a 1 price knockout to kill the Latios, we're probably gonna get back the energies anyways on the next turn because we have our Rod, we have a Clara, we actually have a Clara in this deck. And I think we discarded it though. And then we're probably gonna get back those, or I think we have at least 1 more Latios inside the deck or something like that. So if they kill the Latias, for example, we actually need to somehow draw out another copy. If we can't, you know, if we don't have both in play, we can't use the ability. So if you have 3 Latios in play, you cannot use the ability to attach energy at all. You need at least 1 Latios and at least 1 Latias. That's how the ability works. So we finally get to do it. Our first Frontier Road, our first one-hit knockout, killing the Whimsicott V-Star at long last. And they got the second one ready to go though. I think this is going to be a tight one. 4 prize cards on our opponent's end. We got 3 prize cards remaining after this turn. 320 damage. We actually get to do more, but we're keeping those energies for the next one. I don't think they can do a one-hit knockout from here on out because Trick Wind is not doing a lot. Not even with Choice Belt, they got no... Ludicolo doesn't work for a V-Star, so... there's no way they can do more damage than that, right? There's no way they can do more than 190. And if they play... they're probably going to do a Raihan right now. If they play double turbo though, they're doing 20 less damage. So with a Choice Belt, they're only doing... How much is that? 170? Which is not enough to kill even a Genesect. So Whimsicott is actually quite weak. That's why you can't go without those Crushing Hammers, right? You can't go without your Turbo Start. You need a Turbo Start and a Turbo Sabotage to be able to do 2-hit knockouts fast. Because Whimsicott is so weak. It gives you that 1 OHKO though. It gives you that 1 high damage Fluffball Star. But that's it though. That's all you get to do. 60x damage to any one of your opponent's Pokemon. Quite cool, but I don't know. I don't know why people love this deck so much. It's actually quite silly. It works so well though, just because those cards are... It destroys a lot, right? You can't play tool cards, you can't play special energy, and you can't... They actually discard your energy as well, and you can't use your ability, you can't use your V ability. So they're trying to disrupt you as much as they can with the effect, right? It's not the amount of damage that they can do. They're trying to use the effect to sabotage you, to make you, to slow you down so much that you can't do anything passing the turn. As you saw earlier, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't attack, we couldn't switch, we couldn't do anything, right? Even with the escape rope, we still couldn't attack. And we actually put the smiley face because it's over. The game is over now. They couldn't do a one-hit knockout. Wyrdeer gets to hit a second time, and they're done. They actually attacked with the Whimsicott. That means we got our second knockout for a second VSTAR kill, collecting the final 2 prize for the win. Not sure how we collected so many prize cards though. I think we have 3 prize cards remaining, right? I think we missed something. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention. I think we killed something else on the last turn. So we killed the Whimsicott V-Star and probably another V card. I think we had a boss for that list. So the original version of this deck has 1 boss order. We have only 17 energy cards, and I don't think we have a capture either. So only like 1 Aurora, 2 water energy, and 14 basic psychic actually. So this list actually has still 14 basic, but we have 2 water, 1 Aurora, and 1 capture. I think that's right. I'm not too sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 18. We got 18, right? I think we got 19. Do we have 19 energy in this deck? I'm sorry guys, just check the description. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure right now. Check the description if you wanna, you know, copy the list. But this one actually works really well once you've played a lot of games with this combo. So the main combo, you don't really have to copy the exact same list, just like the idea, the concept is there. The concept is Genesect has to be in the deck. Genesect, Latios, Latias, and Wyrdeer with enough switch cards for you to use Frontier Road and enough stadium cards for you to, you know, remove Path to the Peak, because that stadium is super pesky and you are not going to be able to use Genesect to draw cards. They are blocking off not only Wyrdeer, you can't play, you can't transfer energy cards to your attacker, your main attacker. You also can't draw cards with your Genesect. So that 1 stadium card is going to be destroying your life completely if you don't get it into your hand. If you don't have a stadium in your hand, you're done. That is why I'm pretty upset about the fact that there's no stadium Nev in this deck for the standard format. Stadium Nev has to be, I mean, the most obvious card that should be in the format. Because we have Guzma and Hala for the last generation as well, for the last rotation. Well, not the last rotation, the rotation before that, I think. I'm not too sure actually. Guzma and Hala helps you search for a stadium card, special energy, and tool card if you discard 2 other cards in your hand. If you don't discard though, you can actually just search for a stadium. You know, it's playing a supporter card. Oh, we have Skyla. I forgot about that. We got Skyla and Peony to search for the stadium card. My bad. Sorry guys, I forgot about those cards. You can still search for stadium cards with supporters, obviously, but it's better to use an item, right? Because you actually get to do much more in a single turn. So not sure why they are putting an angry emoji. I think they couldn't bench another V card, so they're forced to attach all the energies onto the same Arceus, and we actually got to kill it on the next turn. I don't think so though. We need a few turns to kill it just because we have no energies in play right now. We got quite unlucky. We didn't get our energy cards with our research or the Future Strike system, so we actually need to bench another one. Let's just get the Latios. Oh, we got the Latias, my bad. We're gonna do our Marnie just because we need Clara for later. So that's the bad thing about Clara, is that if you have it in your hand, you can't afford to discard with a research. We actually have a Marnie in this list as well, so 3 research, 1 Marnie. So some of the games actually has a Chili, Silent, and Crest to get your instead of 4 VIP, we have 3 VIP pass and 1 chili, just because the supporter card actually works late stage in the game. You can still play the supporter afterwards once they kill your Latios and Latias on the bench. Whereas with your VIP pass, you actually have to discard it from your hand with an Ultra Ball. If you have it stuck in your hand and no Ultra Balls in your hand, you can't actually play your Fusion Strike system. So that's the bad thing about playing 4 copies of the VIP, is that Genesect's ability actually gets blocked if you have too many of those items in your hand and no ways of discarding them. Okay, let's draw with our second Genesect. I don't think we can kill it this turn, unfortunately. We're gonna have to wait another turn, and if they play a boss, we're completely done. I think they already did their boss on the last turn, and Star Birth as well. So let's hope they don't do another one. If they kill our Latios, we're gonna be completely screwed because it has way too many energies on it. We can't afford to attach. We should have attached the water energy to something else, because we're investing too much on that one Latios. So on the next turn, we got 3 energies, and that's all we need, right? We get to attach 3. Oh, they didn't play the stadium card, so we actually get to attach 4. If we have them in our hand, obviously. We get to play training card after the Stormy Mountain. That means we get to not only summon Latios this turn, but get an extra energy into our hand. So that's already 3 energies in play. We just need to draw out another one for the final attach. So we actually get to do 320 damage this turn. So all you need is 2 turns really. 2 turns to charge up to 8 energies for a VMAX knockout. If they play Eternatus, you need 4, 1 more energy. You need 9 energies to kill anything with a big charm, any VMAX with big charm, or anything that has 330 HP, like Urshifu VMAX, Rapid Strike, obviously. Single Strike actually has, damage counters on it. Umbreon VMAX. My bad. Umbreon actually has 310. So Umbreon 320. Oops. And it's a single strike as well, so it has damage counters on it. I'm not making a lot of sense, sorry guys. And this list actually has a Gordy. Gordy helps you draw out your energy cards, so that's a very fun supporter card to play. But I, eventually decided to cut out that. There we go. We got nothing but 1 energy. I eventually decided to just remove that from the list just because it didn't actually work that well. Which is a bit depressing. Oh well. So we got 8 energies in play right now. We get to save 1 on our bench just in case they kill our Wyrdeer on the next turn. They can actually do Raichu. They should have charged up the Raichu though. If they play the Raichu, they can actually kill Wyrdeer with all the energy attached to it, and we got nothing to attack on the next turn. But they actually have no energies as well. They have to discard everything in order to use that attack. That means, killing our Wyrdeer costs them all their energy cards, and they are forced to reattach to the Arceus because they have no energies on the Arceus. If they do Trinity Nova on the Raichu, they are forced to recharge that Pokemon, and they need 2 turns before they're able to attack with the second Arceus. So they are delayed by 2 turns, and I think 2 turns is all it takes, right? 2 turns is all it takes for us to charge up enough energies to kill the second V-Star. Or if we have like another Latias, we actually need just 1 turn, right? Oh, we can't bench another one though. We can't bench another Latias if we want to attack. So that's the bad thing about this deck. If you play 2 Genesect, you're not able to bench more than 3 copies of your Latios combo. And you may need more than 3 to be able to get enough energies into play once the first Wyrdeer gets knocked out. So that's why Cape is so important, and I actually recommend to have like 3 copies of that tool card. If you have 3, it actually helps you survive a bit longer, and if you do have a Dunsparce on your bench, you can't play a second Genesect. So the original list actually only has 2 copies as well. Only 2 Genesect allows you more space gives you more chance of benching other cards, but it gives you less draw potential, obviously, which can be a bad thing. Okay, they didn't kill us, so let's just retreat back to the same one and don't move the energies, keep the energies in play. So we get to attack with the final copy on the next turn. So Frontier wrote for the final kill. We got already 4 energies in play. We get to attach 4 more on the next turn. If they don't play Avery, so if they play that card, make sure you prepare for your opponent using that Avery to discard your bench. If they have that card, you know, make sure you attach to only 1 Latios and 1 Latias, or like 3 Pokemons, right? Obviously, spread your energies onto as many as you can, but don't spread to too many. If you do too wide a spread, then they're gonna discard the energies by playing an Avery, right? If they boss you, they can actually kill your Pokemon with a lot of energies attached to it. So if you concentrate too much, it's bad. If you get bossed, if you spread too much, you're gonna get Avery. So you have to take everything into consideration. I always attach them to 3 of my Pokemons. So 1 Latios, 2 Latias, something like that. 2 energy to each. That's a good number, because if your opponent kills 1, you actually got, you know, a lot more on your next turn. At least 4, which is enough to kill a VMAX if you have another bench Latios. If you bench another one on your next turn. So we actually killed it with a 𝓿𝓚𝓬𝓱𝓮. We killed a V card, the final knockout for the 2 prize with Latios, discarding 2 energies with 𝓿𝓚𝓬𝓱𝓮. Obviously, if you discard energy, make sure you remove your psychic energy, just in case they, you know, counterattack. If they counterattack on the next turn, we can do 𝓿𝓚𝓬𝓱𝓮 again without attaching water energy from our hand. So we just need to use Latias, red assist, and then attach another one from our hand. Good to go for a second strike without break. You know, every turn doing 𝓿𝓚𝓬𝓱𝓮. Having 70 energy is enough, I would say, but I don't know why. If you play like more than 10 games, I would say more than 15 games. I actually played a lot though. I think I played 60 games with this list. I'm not too sure. I think about 50 probably. So after the 15th game with the same deck, they're not going to give you that good luck anymore. They're going to give you a really bad hand, and I don't know. In my experience, I couldn't get the energy cards out that easily. That's why I decided to add 2 more energy in this deck. 17 is not enough. I'm sad to say 17 is not enough. If you draw your energies too late, then you can't do your first hit that easily. You can't do a 1-hit knockout fast. They're gonna do Trinity Nova and you're done, right? If they do their first Trinity Nova before you get to kill their Arceus, you're done. You have to somehow kill the Arceus after their first Trinity Nova. That's the latest. That's the last chance you get to do. Last chance for you to be able to win the game is if you kill it right after it does the first Trinity Nova, right? If you can't do it, then you're done. If you can't do it at that turn, on that turn, there's no chance you can win the game. That's how tight this game is. If you play a 1-price deck though, it's a completely different story. So playing a V deck, we cannot afford to waste a single turn if we play a V deck. And now we're up against a Durant control deck, kind of a control mill deck. So they got 4 Galar Mines, we got 4 of our stadium cards. I don't think we are doing too badly. We just need to somehow get our switch cards into our hand. If we're lucky enough, we have a lot of switch cards. So if we're lucky enough, we can actually play the stadium, switch enough times for 6 knockouts for the win. I don't think it's that unlikely for us to win just because we can attack with Latios, Latias, and we can't attack with Genesect, my bad. So Genesect needs 2 metal energy and we only got 1 Aurora. 70 wasn't enough to kill the Durant though, my bad, so that wasn't a smart choice. We should have definitely retreated to Wyrdeer. Attach the air balloon to the active, right? We attached to the wrong one. We should have done retreat with the Latias. And then if we attach to Latias though, we can't actually, they probably have Tool Scrapper though. Right, they probably have Tool Scrapper. We can't retreat with Genesect on the next, later on. If they play Galar Mine, we actually need 4 energies on Genesect, or like a Stadium card and an Air Balloon. And here comes the boss. So their first 2 discards. Got our Rod. We're gonna save our Rod and Recycler for later, but they may just play a Marnie, which is gonna be super bad. So Marnie is super helpful if you play Judge as well with your Durant deck. You're gonna help yourself a lot just because you never know what your opponent has in their hand. If they have like a lot of Switch cards, a lot of Stadium cards, if they have a lot of Recycling cards in their hand, you need to be discarding those from play, from the game, so that they can't actually shuffle back cards into the deck. They can't, you know, replenish the deck. And if you discard enough, you win the game. So Durant is basically relying on your opponent not playing those cards. If they have a Volcarona V, I don't think you can win. With a Durant deck, Volcarona V, 1 card is all you need, right? All you need is 1 Volcarona in your deck, which is quite ridiculous. We're gonna get a new Bibarel for the Pokemon Go set, which is gonna block off all mill decks. It's gonna, if you have that Bibarel on your bench, it actually allows you to use the ability. It has the ability that allows you to block off any effects of attacks, supporter cards, item cards, effects of, stadium cards, effects of abilities that allows your opponent to discard your deck. So cards can't be discarded from your deck by abilities, supporter cards, item cards, and attacks, effects of attacks. It has to be on your bench though, so if they play boss, they only got like 4 copies of that card. I don't think it works that well. If they boss every single turn, they can still use Bite Together. I forgot what the attack is called. Munch something. Discard your deck with that attack. Discard even more with abilities for Relegator, Chandelier. I was quite sad that Chandelier didn't make it to Astral Radiance. It's actually in Time Gazer or Space Juggler. I'm not sure which set. I think Time Gazer. And it didn't make it. It got cut out from Astral Radiance, which is quite sad because it's a fire type. It has the super strong ability. They're bringing back Top Burner, which is so cool. Not Top Burner. What is it called? Top Wind or something. I forgot the ability, but Rhyperior and Aggron, the old Rhyperior Aggron from XY expansions, actually has the ability that allows you to discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck as you evolve that card from your hand. So you get to play Scoop Up Net, you get to play Super Scoop Up and Scoop Up Cyclone, Meganium as well. I actually built a deck with Meganium for the expanded format, but it didn't actually work that well because you need to play a lot of Pokemons in your deck and somehow draw them out into your hand. With Evolution Incense out though, I think that deck is going to be really good now. I actually played that deck before Evolution Incense was out, and if you do Evo Soda, you can't actually evolve from your hand. You need to play Pokekid or something to draw that evolution into your hand. So Evolution Incense is going to get rotated out pretty soon. And I'm actually quite excited to see what card is going to be in format after that. Because we have nothing but Adventures Discovery to evolve VSTAR and VMAX. Nothing but Arceus. Arceus is going to help you evolve your 1-price cards. And it only helps you search for evolution cards that are not V, that doesn't have rule box on them. So if you have any V or VSTAR in your deck, you can't actually draw them out with your Arceus. So that's very tricky. It's going to be very tricky to play. You can't actually have like a card that helps you search for an evolution card other than Ultra Ball. It doesn't work. You need like a supporter card to help you search for a specific evolution. You know, not any evolution, like which is an item as well. Incense is an item. Search for any evolution. That's like the best card yet in format. And it's gonna get rotated. That's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge, guys. I don't know how 1-price deck is gonna survive that. There's no way you can survive that. Malamar still gets to survive though, because we have Octillery for the Malamar. But cards, level ball cards like Cherim, Mad Party, anything with level ball, anything that gets to be summoned with level ball, I think you can still. Oh, Mad Party is out. My bad. Mad Party is gonna get rotated as well. A lot of cards is gonna get rotated. Level Ball is actually Battle Styles, right? So Level Ball is still in. Pretty excited to see what's gonna happen on rotation though. It's gonna get cut. So many expansions gonna get cut. I mean, oh my god. How are we gonna play the game? I'm always happy to play after the rotation though, like immediately after, once you get rotated. I'm so happy to play just because, you know, a lot of people are not smart enough to come up with decks. They always like, they just phase out. They phase out completely and they play like horrible decks just because they are not smart enough to find a new system that actually works. You know, they've been relying so much on shady dealings. They've been relying so much on Cinccino for so long that they're dependent on it. They're codependent on those cards, and once it get rotated, they're gonna have a shock, and they can't play the game anymore. They're gonna have to wait a while before they can think up a new strategy, before they can copy some other person who has already thought out a grand plan to succeed in this game, to, you know, to build a strong deck post rotation. Because there are a lot of copycats out there, a lot of copycats who doesn't really know how to build decks or play the game at all, but they just copy someone else and pass off as a good player. They're not good players. Like Durant deck, anyone can play that. Anyone can build a Durant deck. All you need to do is add Cinccino or Bibarel in there and you're good to go, right? Enough 𝘿𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐸, enough control cards like Crushing Hammer, Fan of Waves, even one 𝘿𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐸 maybe, enough boss orders, and you're good to go. You don't need to do anything else. Like, how smart do you need to be? You don't need to be smart at all playing a Durant deck. I've seen people play like a Summoning Horn though, which is quite interesting. Because if they discard, you know, if they discard Pokemon cards from your deck, they can actually play Summoning Horn to put it onto your bench, and then boss that card, boss any card that has a lot of energy retreat cost, that has like 2 or 3 energy retreat costs into the active, and then trap it there with the 𝘿𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐸. So trapping that Pokemon with a Summoning Horn is actually very, very smart. Echoing Horn, my bad. I called it the wrong name again, because when it first got released, one of the websites said it was Summoning Horn, but it's actually called Echoing Horn right now. So I should be aware of the name of the cards, my bad. So that was smart. I will give them that. I will give whoever played that card in their Durant deck a Summoning Horn. I will give you, you know, a 𝘿𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐸, because that's actually pretty smart. Because your opponent is probably not gonna bench anything, right? If they know you're playing a Durant, they're probably gonna not bench anything, or like bench only one Pokemon because you have your 𝘿𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐸 as well. You can actually confuse them. So they're probably going to bench like one Pokemon and then switch between those 2 cards to attack every single turn, and all you need to do is 6 knockouts to win the game. So 6 knockout is not a lot. You don't have a lot of turns if they do switch enough times, if they play enough stadium cards in their deck, and you actually need a lot of control cards to buy yourself enough turns to do enough discards to win the game. And that's going to help you a lot, right? That one Echoing Horn is going to help you stall enough turns, stall for long enough to help you discard enough cards to deck them out. So we got only 6 cards in our deck. Let's just play our Energy Recycler right now. We got 4 energy discarded. We're gonna discard. Oh, we're gonna do it on the next turn. My bad. So 6 cards there. I don't think they can possibly discard 6 on the next turn. If they play Marnie though, they may be able to discard their Energy Recycler. So I don't think it's that smart to delay the recycling effect. Because they can at any point play a Judge or a Marnie and discard those cards. If they play Marnie though, we actually have more cards inside the deck, so I don't think it's that bad. We have a lot of cards in our hand, so I don't think it's kind of the same thing, right? We're putting 4 cards back into the deck, so it's the same thing. Okay, they're gonna discard up to 3 on the next turn because they can't. If they have a scoop on that, they can actually discard 4. My bad. Not sure why they benched the Manaphy. I think they benched it too fast. Not realizing that we couldn't actually do a bench snipe or damage counter placement. Okay, we got 4 cards left in the deck. Let's just play our Recycler right now. We're gonna discard an extra energy from... Oh, we actually need to retreat though. So let's just not discard with the Quick Ball. If we have not enough energy in the discard pile, we can actually shuffle back from our hand by playing the Quick Ball to discard an extra energy, and we actually get to shuffle back 5. Okay, we're gonna move like one extra. Oh, we didn't move anything. Okay, we didn't move anything. I don't think they have any more Crushing Hammers. I think they played already 3 copies. So they got one last hammer, and we got 8 cards left in the deck. We played our Recycler at just the right, at the very last second. And I don't think they played a Marnie though, because we have that card in our hand for so many turns. Oh, they did. At one point they did. Okay, we have a Water Energy in our hand. Yep, well played actually, because you have not enough Crushing. They actually have an Echoing Horn. There we go. They have Echoing Horn in their deck. I think that's like the... you know, someone already updated the list, so everyone is already copying it, I suppose. But... it used to have nothing but... you know, nothing but the regular cards. It doesn't used to have an Echoing Horn, but at some point in the game, someone was smart enough to add that card into the list, add the Echoing Horn into a Durant deck, and then everyone else started copying that list because it's like it works so well. It's so smart. It's kind of like Deoxys in your Malamar deck. Deoxys, and I don't know if it works that well though, because the Tower of Darkness is actually a non-rapid strike card. It's a single strike card. So if you play Tower of Darkness, it kind of counters Malamar, because if you have too many of that Stadium card in your deck, you may have it in your hand and you can't do as much damage. You can't do as much damage with your Malamar. So you can actually play it and then discard your Deoxys to draw more cards into your hand, but I don't know, you may draw too many of your Stadium cards, which could be a bad thing. And you only got like up to 4 copies of the Deoxys, right? I don't think you can fit in any more single strike cards into your deck. So it's definitely interesting to see that in the standard format, but I don't think it works that well. I don't think it really integrates into the list. I don't think it's worth playing in the meta format, because if you're playing the meta game, the competitive meta, I don't think it's gonna survive. I suppose that's why we don't see that in the meta game. Very cool though, very creative, right? Deoxys in Malamar. So we actually won Durant because we got our final knockout with the final retreat, and we can actually attach energy freely from our hand with our ability. So we can reverse the Galar Mine, we can reverse the Confusion, we can retreat very easily with our Stadium cards, switch cards, and also our ability to attach from our hand. We don't really need that much energy. We can actually transfer as well to our Wyrdeer on the bench. So if we switch, we can actually retreat and transfer and attack even after they do their Crushing Hammers. We can attach freely from our hand. We've got so many energies inside our deck, so many energies to attach with. I don't think it's that difficult to win against the Durant. Thank you, you have a good deck as well. They're playing Zacian and they knew we were playing Wyrdeer, I suppose, because they saw the mulligan. I think they saw like a Wyrdeer on the mulligan. Wyrdeer with Latios and Latias. Who would have thought? This deck is so cool though. I love it so much just because you get to attach energy with basics. You get to use basic Pokemon for the energy effect, and you get to do one-hit knockout with nothing but basic Pokemons in your deck, which is quite ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna do Bird Keeper, I think. We can't do anything else. Should we bench? We can't bench anything. We're just gonna play our Stadium card and then attach the tool card, draw something, and then Bird Keeper. I think that's like the best bet. I don't know what to do really. So we could actually save the tool card spot for Duraludon on Genesect, but we decided on playing our Cape of Toughness on the Genesect to avoid the Zacian knockout. We can actually stay in the active spot for a while, for like one turn. If they don't get their choice belt, they can't kill the Genesect. But I think it's smarter just to retreat right now. So let's Bird Keeper to Latios, because we actually have 3 copies of Latios in this deck. Only 2 Latias, So let's just sacrifice that one card. If they don't do a knockout, I don't think they would be delaying the game that much, because they don't need a lot. They are playing a turbo deck, right? Metal Saucer to attack for the next one, so they don't need a lot of turns for this to prepare for the next attacker. So even if they like pass one turn, I don't think it's that bad, because we can actually wait for a knockout. Once they knock out one Pokemon, they can't collect more than one knockout with a single turn. Once they do a knockout, we can actually attach, can bench and a Wyrdeer immediately after that, switch and transfer and kill anything. We can literally kill anything with that Wyrdeer, because we got so many energies already. We get to attach 5 energies from our hand right now, so let's just play our research and then draw as many as we can with our Ultra Ball. We're gonna do we're gonna attach the Cape, Red Assist, Blue Assist, and then kill off the Zacian. We actually have enough already. 6 energy is enough. No Cape of Toughness. They actually have a Crystal Cave for this list as well. So Crystal Cave and Cape is gonna help them survive a lot longer, a lot of turns. So we get a full draw of 5 cards into our hand. And we got 1 energy, which is, oh well, it's not the max that we could do, but that's enough. If we have 2 more energies, we can actually attach everything. So we could actually attach 5 this turn, with having so many Latios and Latias in play, and doing up to 360 damage. Oh, we have our training card. I forgot about that. So we actually got 7 energies in play. We get to kill a VSTAR if they don't play Big Charm. Had we thought about the training card earlier, oh well, 240 is enough actually, so. Okay, we got a Marnie. They may be playing the V Union. Not sure why they have a Bronzong. Or like Duraludon, Corviknight. So Zacian with Bronzong is a bit odd. Well, not too odd actually, because you can't attack on the next turn, right? So if you bench another one, you can actually switch and transfer to the new one and attack. You don't need to do a double switch. You don't need to air balloon. If you do air balloon, you can't attach the other 2 cards. So I suppose they're trying to do Cape of Toughness, switch, transfer with Bronzong, and attack with the new one. Same thing over and over again, looping the same strategy, which is pretty cool. So they got IG Slash on the bench, and the VMAX actually does 30 more damage for each prize card you have taken. I think only 30 though. 30 more for each prize card you have taken with a base 160, not a lot. Well played. I'm not too sure. Is it over yet? I don't think so. Can they win the game? I don't think it's that easy, because even with a Choice Belt or a Rusted Sword, they can't kill the Wyrdeer. So Wyrdeer is not going to leave the active spot for a while. Wyrdeer can actually kill anything right now. But not on the next turn, because the VMAX is going to evolve. So we better be preparing for the next one. Preparing a switch and a double switch for the next turn. If we get enough energies though, we just need 1 switch, right? Switch to the Latias and retreat to transfer 3 more energies, or maybe even 2. I think we only need 2 more to kill the VMAX. So let's just attach from our hand to Wyrdeer. 1 copy to Wyrdeer, just to prepare for the VMAX. If they play Tool Scrapper, Tool Jammer though, they can actually kill Wyrdeer with the Zacian, so I think it's better just to prepare for the next one. Let's just play it safe and prepare for our next Wyrdeer on the next turn. Okay. We got a 3rd prize card killing the Bronzor. I suppose they have to attack with IG Slash. Oh, we got 3 prize cards, my bad. I thought we had two left. Rave Blade. It's gonna get rotated, this card. No more Zacian V for the next set. Right? Once Lost Abyss is out, Zacian V is gonna get rotated out. A Zamazenta as well. We have a new Zamazenta though. And the new Zacian. The Roar of the Sword one, the Celebrations is still in. Because it's after Evolving Skies. I'm pretty sure it's still in, right? Evolving Skies is after Battle Style. So, yep, anything after Battle Styles is in. So... Eternatus is gonna be big though. Eternatus is gonna be off the format, right? No more Eternatus VMAX. Holy Christ. Like, the legendaries are gone. There should be another Eternatus. I mean, there's one more Zacian, 2 more Zamazenta, 1 with the fighting type and another metal as well. So there should be another metal Zacian, really. And another Eternatus. Like a dragon type Eternatus V would be pretty cool. A dragon type VMAX. Or a VSTAR even. I don't know why they haven't come up with that yet. Like Eternatus, come on. It's an iconic card. Pretty bland though, kind of the same thing over and over, right? Eternatus with any dark type. Sableye, Galarian Slowking, Garbodor. I've seen people play it with Hoopa, Umbreon, anything works. Morpeko as well. Eternatus with Morpeko, you can actually play Liepard to draw cards and play your Marnie. So Marnie's Pride, after drawing with your Crobat and Liepard, you actually get to do 240 damage, sorry, 220 I think, with your Morpeko Hangry Tackle, I think. Okay, they got Air Balloon attached to this one. No capes, which is quite surprising though. So I don't know why they have a Air Balloon. I think they probably have a lot of capes, right? They shouldn't be playing Air Balloon. They should be playing Switch cards and like the cape for the high HP, because they got Bronzong. I mean, it makes no sense. Why would you need Bronzong if you're not playing the tool card? You can still retreat to your bench though, but I think it makes more sense to play like, you know, item switches, so they get like a free spot for your HP boost. So this game is actually quite interesting. We're up against Tapu Koko now. Tapu Koko VMAX. It actually paralyzes your Pokemon in the active spot if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, and they got Electro to knock itself out, giving your opponent an extra prize and helping them paralyze your Pokemon. So there's going to be Mechanical Arm on the next expansion. Mechanical Arm helps your Pokemon attack even if it's paralyzed. If you attach the tool card onto your Pokemon, that Pokemon still gets to attack even if it's asleep or paralyzed. So that card is going to be quite broken. You just need like 1 copy inside your deck, and paralysis is going to be obsolete. Sleep, anything that causes you to go to sleep is going to be useless, especially if you are flipping coins as well. I don't think there's any deck in the meta format that allows you, in a standard as well, that's strong enough with that sleep effect, because I don't see anyone playing that card. I don't see anyone playing the sleep effect. This is just trash. There's going to be an ability for Parasect though. There's going to be a Parasect for the next set. Allows you to cause both active Pokemon to go to sleep, and also poison and sleep, poison and hypnotize both active Pokemon with that ability as you evolve it from your hand. They're kind of the same as Whip and Bell, but it actually works for both active. Okay. Here comes Electrode. So other than Bibarel, the new Bibarel from Pokemon Go set, the only other card that works only on the bench is Electrode. So the ability only works if you have it on your bench. You can't use the ability if it's in your active spot, which is very odd, isn't it? There's no other cards that allow you to do that. No other cards that only has ability that works on the bench spot. That's quite cool. Okay, here comes the Power Therapy. This is gonna be horrible because they don't actually need the V abilities. Power Therapy with Tapu Koko, very interesting. Flaffy, Electrode, EV. I think they have like Jolteon Memory Capsule, probably, to deny them the shady dealings for the Switch card. So shady for Switch, shady for Bird Keeper, Scoop Up Net, anything to get past the paralysis. Even a Cheryl or something, I don't know. Cheryl doesn't heal special conditions, but it does heal all damage, buying you an extra turn before you get to, you know, prepare your next attacker or something. Okay, we got a Switch card. At just the right time, they're gonna paralyze us right now. Oh, they actually gave us a Switch card into our hand. Look at that. But we can't play it though. Oh, we got our Stadium card. So we just need. We don't have enough. We don't have a Latias. Oh, we got it. We don't have enough energies for us to do a one-hit knockout. So we got a really late start for this game, which is horrible because now we can't do anything. We're actually contemplating whether to switch or to just play the Quick Ball, the Ultra Ball. Because if we play Ultra Ball, we can't switch. If we switch, we can't play that item card. So we decided for a big draw with Genesect, hoping to get either a Bird Keeper or at least an Escape Rope with that ability, but we got nothing. So we should have played the Switch card. That was quite silly. We did a boss this turn to buy ourselves an extra few turns, because we can't actually switch before attaching the energy, right? If we can't attach enough, we're not doing enough damage to the Tapu Koko, and then having our Wyrdeer paralyzed in the active is going to be super bad, because we need to do a double switch for it to be able to attack a second time. So we might as well just have it protected on the bench. We should have switched our Genesect though to a Latias, just because Genesect is dying and we can't draw cards with nothing but Genesect. So if they kill it on this turn, if they are somehow able to retreat with the Mary, we're done. They need Air Balloon though. They need 2 energies to retreat with the card. Fortunately, they're playing the other Mary, the one with 2 energy retreat. So here comes Flaffy, same energy retreat cost. Still need an Air Balloon. There's actually a new Hisuian Sneasler that has the ability similar to your Sun and Moon Beware. Sun and Moon Beware. I know it's called Beware, but I prefer to call it Beware because it's like a teddy bear, right? Teddy bear, bear wear, you're wearing the bear. Alright, so the Sun and Moon Beware actually helps you reduce the retreat cost on your active Pokemon by 2 colorless if you have it in play on your bench. For each copy in play, kind of the same as your Ninetales. So if you have 2 Ninetales in play, your Pokemon with fire energy attached to them has 4 colorless less retreat cost. Whereas with your Beware or your Hisuian Sneasler, if you have more than 1 copy in play, you get to reduce more than 2 colors on your active retreat cost. Active Pokemon's retreat cost. It's stage 1 though, so I don't think it's going to work that well. So Ninetales stage 1, I mean, You need to have fire energy attached as well. Ninetales with Magma Basin is gonna work really well. Ninetales, I don't know why people haven't posted that deck yet. I don't want to post it just because number one is kind of the obvious combo. Number two is because it only works for, you know, cards that do one-hit knockouts, and people already posted Cinderace decks, so I don't really want to do that again. Like, it's redundant. Okay, at some point for this game, it actually got cut out, so it only got cut for like 2 seconds. So I'm gonna get you through that, don't worry guys. There's no other games that got cut after this one, after this match. This is the last match that got cut, so sorry about that. I'm gonna get you through by narrating as much as I can, talking you through what happened, while, you know, some scenes get cut. Not yet. It's I think on the next turn probably. So they just paralyzed our Wyrdeer. Now we have nothing to attack. We got 5 cards at least drawn into our hand. We just need to somehow draw out the Wyrdeer on the next turn, retreat, and transfer the energy cards. I think it's not too bad. We got enough energies in play already for a one-hit knockout on the next turn. We just need to kill the VMAX and somehow draw the final prize with either a boss or escape rope. I don't think we have a boss anymore. We already used it for the merit, for the stall. So boss wasn't actually helping us collect an extra prize card, which is a bad thing. It saved us that extra 1 turn though, because they actually couldn't retreat on the last turn. So thank God for that. On the last turn, my bad. Because otherwise Genesect would have been dead, right? Okay, here comes Vikavolt. I don't think they can kill the Wyrdeer with Paralyzing Bolt. If they do a boss, they can kill the Genesect, draw 2 prize for Paralyzing Bolt, and then deny us our item cards. So that would be horrible. We got our energy recycler. We're gonna do our quick ball to summon another Wyrdeer, and we got enough energies in play for a VMAX knockout. We just need to recycle them, draw, and we're good to go. Let's do it right now. We got another 2 Wyrdeers actually, probably 1 in a prize. There we go, 1 is in the prize card. We still have another Rod inside the deck, so I don't think we should be too worried. Let's just recycle right now. And if they somehow kill Wyrdeer, we have our Latios to attack, I suppose. So it's smarter to prepare your Latios for Luster Purge. I don't think we have a water energy for this list though. So this list is a bit different. We have no water energy, no Aurora, we have nothing but Psychic. So we're actually we're intending to attack with no other Pokemon than Wyrdeer V. That's our only attacker, which is actually making the deck more confined, and it's not as good anymore. So Tapu Thunder, we forgot about that card. Tapu Koko V, the basic actually gets to do Spiral Thunder for 40x damage for each energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon, you're doing 40 more, and that means they get to kill Wyrdeer with 1 hit. I actually did not expect that. I did not expect them to kill Wyrdeer on the next turn. That's why I actually transferred everything when we could have actually transferred only 9. Sorry, only 8. We should be transferring only 8, but we transferred more than that just because we thought it could survive the next turn. So that was quite silly because, oh, we have a water energy, my bad. We have water in this deck for, oh, we actually transferred 8. Okay. Sorry guys. I'm a bit blur. Sorry guys, I thought I transferred more. So we got a water from our hand, from the prize, and that's really good because we actually get to do Luster Purge on the next turn. We just need a Psychic Energy to kill the V card on the next turn if they kill our Wyrdeer. They actually did Avery, which is horrible. We're forced to discard one Latios and one Latias, I suppose. We may have another Genesect inside the deck, so I don't know whether we should be discarding the Genesect. It has an air balloon though, so I don't think we should be. If they boss kill it though, it would be bad. They can't afford to boss, right? If they boss, we got our Wyrdeer. They have no choice but to kill Wyrdeer right now. They have to kill Wyrdeer. And they actually did Crushing Hammer, look at that. Crushing Hammer actually denies us Luster Purge on the next turn. We got no another Crushing Hammer. We got no more Latias, and Latias actually doesn't help. If you have 2 Latias in play, or even 3, you still can't use Luster Purge. You need 𝑟aihan or Experience Share to transfer that, to get you an extra water energy, because you need 2 copies of your water for Luster Purge to work. So now we have no Latios to attack. We have no choice but to attack with our Psyshield Bash on the next turn to collect the final knockout, and if we can't do it, we're done. So they got 2 prize cards remaining. They just need to kill the Genesect with like a Zigzagoon. I don't think they have a Zigzagoon though. So this is quite funny because they got 10 HP remaining on our V card. They played an Avery, but we decided not to discard it just because of the air balloon. We got no more switch cards. So that's the bad thing about Genesect, is that if you play that card, you actually have to discard cards from your hand on the go to be able to draw enough cards into your hand while the game is progressing. So you can't actually choose what card to discard. You're forced to play those cards, play your research, discard everything, and run through your deck until you get the right cards. So you may not have enough switch cards after, later on in the game, you may not have enough switch cards anymore to save you at the final countdown. So we only have one last Bird Keeper and one last Escape Rope. That's why I chose to keep the Genesect, just because the air balloon is precious. That's how important that tool card is. And it's gonna get rotated as well for the next on the next expansion. So pretty sad about that. Air balloon, no more. No float stone as well, which is quite depressing. Standard format, no tool card to retreat. Ridiculous, right? Not even a stadium card. We used to have a Moon Altar, Sun and Moon Altar or something. I forgot what it's called. Sun or Moon Altar that allows you to retreat, reduce, the retreat cost of your Psychic and Dark Pokemon by 2 colorless. Okay, here's the part that got cut out, I think. Oh, no. It's on the next turn, my bad. It's gonna get cut on the next turn. Vikavolt, they actually did Flaffy on Vikavolt, and then I pressed the wrong button. I actually didn't press the wrong button this time. My headphones got cut out. So low battery on my headphones actually interfered with the recording system, and I had to re-record, press restart on the record after reconnecting a separate headphones to my laptop, just because we need to, I need to recharge that particular headphone. So I have to switch my headphones. I have to do a lot of things to get my system back into play, to get my recording system running all over again. And fortunately, I actually saved the recording this time, so you actually get to see what happens, before it got cut. But while it's getting cut, you actually missed a few seconds. So I'm gonna get you through that. I don't think you miss a lot though. I don't think you're gonna miss a lot, my bad. So we are forced to pass a turn doing nothing, hoping they don't play a boss on the next turn, because all they need is that one boss order to kill our V card, and they got the home run. That's it, that's all they need. Are they able to search for that card? Do they have a Pokegear? They don't have Shady Dealings, fortunately, so I don't think it's that easy. If they have it, they would have played it already. So Tapu Thunder, Spiral Thunder, my bad. Spiral Thunder actually gave them that free knockout on last turn. And it completely turned the tables, right? There we go, it got cut. So what happened there was they just did the Flaffy. They Dynamotor to the bench Vikavolt, retreated to that Vikavolt to attack with Paralyzing Bolt, and then passed to our turn. We played our Training Card to retrieve our energy, and that's it. That's all you missed. That's the only thing that you missed, is that they just retreated to the Vikavolt after the energy from Flaffy, and then we did our Training Card. And now we get to play our Bird Keeper, transferring all energies to our Wyrdeer after playing our Genesect. So we actually need a few more energies. We need one last copy. And we can't play our item cards just because they did Paralyzing Bolt, so we can't play Quick Ball to discard. We can't play our Escape Rope. We can't use our item cards. That means we can't switch as well. So that was actually pretty close, that we got a Bird Keeper. And we actually got our Air Balloon still in place, so we got to do Bird Keeper, Air Balloon. So if we did Bird Keeper without the Air Balloon, we actually have to discard an energy from our hand, and that's still enough though. That's still actually enough. Discard an energy from Latias for the retreat, doing 240 damage, which is still enough. That's fine. So we actually got 280 damage in, which is pretty cool, killing the last V card for the final 2 prize. Winning the game against a Tapu Koko VMAX, and we made a mistake, I think. We made a mistake of retreating to the Wyrdeer when we couldn't do it. I don't know what... I don't think we made a mistake for this game. I think we made a mistake for the Whimsicott game. We couldn't get enough energies into play early on, just because we have only 17 copies, so that's why I decided to add in more energies into the deck. You can't afford to have that few. More energies means you get more, you get to do the ability more times, and you get to attack faster for high damage. That's what we want to do. Do a one-hit knockout early, so that actually guarantees you the first few prize, and also it helps you set your system off running, right? It gives you a kickstart, and that it saves a lot. That does a lot for your deck. All you need to do is start fast, and then, keep the momentum running. It's not that difficult to keep the momentum running, just because we have a lot of ways to, draw with our Genesect. We just need to keep drawing the energy cards out, keep attaching, and then that's it. All we need to do is draw, attach, switch at the last minute, and then transfer, kill, transfer, kill. That's all we need to do. Very simple deck, very simple. We got one VIP pass, we're gonna get one Latias and probably a Genesect. And then we get to at least attach 3 energies from our hand, discarding 2 with the research. We actually got another Latios, look at that. So we attached 4 energies into our hand, just because we could play research on the next turn. We're actually going first, so we can't play the support card. So no Genesect. Not yet. Stormy Mountain doesn't help you get any other cards other than your Latios and Latias, because we are playing no other dragon type Pokemons, or even lightning Pokemon. Psychic and Metal is the only other types. Sorry, normal type and Metal. Wyrdeer is not a Psychic type. Wyrdeer is a normal type. My bad. So we get to do Red Assist, Blue Assist so many times though. Look at that. We got 6 energies. We got already 6 energies in play. We get to attach 2 more. And we actually get to kill the Corviknight this turn. But I think we did an Escape Rope. So Escape Rope is going to help us knock out the Arceus before they get to do the attack. But I think it would be wiser to kill the Corviknight, because they don't actually have any energies on the Arceus yet. If they do Starbirth, they may play a Raihan. So Starbirth for a Raihan and a Choice Belt probably, and then Raihan for a double turbo. And that actually helps them attack for 210 damage. Not enough to kill our Wyrdeer though, so we have a Crobat for this list. Look at that. 1 Crobat and 1 Genesect. Pretty interesting. I don't think it works though, because if you play Crobat and a Dunsparce, you can't actually have enough Fusion Strike cards. So Genesect doesn't work anymore if you bench too many. So that's why I decided to have no Crobats at all. Having 2 Genesect helps you draw every single turn, which is much better. Crobat only helps you draw that one, only once, but you actually get to draw a lot though. Much more than your Genesect. So one-off is not that good. I prefer like every single turn. We actually did 280 damage, enough to kill a VSTAR on the Arceus. Look at that. So they got nothing, they got no double turbo. I don't think double turbo works for the VMAX, so the VMAX needs like 2 metal and 1 colorless probably. And we got our final kill winning against Corviknight already. 320 damage in, and we even get to attach more from our hand with Red Assist. We are doing everything. Look at that. We're doing it, and we are actually forcing them to concede playing with a Corviknight deck. So they got unlucky with Arceus, I suppose. If they play like... I think we got lucky though. They didn't get unlucky because they couldn't evolve yet, right? They can't evolve on the first turn. We actually killed it on the second turn, going first. So Arceus is dead. They got nothing on the bench, and they're done. Okay. Now we're up against a colorless deck. I think they're playing... It may be a decoy. I forgot what they're playing actually. We got a VIP pass. We got Dunsparce, Birdkeeper. Is it a Malamar? Is it a Rapid Strike Urshifu? I have no idea what they're playing. I think it's an Urshifu. Urshifu with Cinccino. The League Battle deck. We couldn't draw anything. I think we benched that. Okay, we didn't bench it just because we have no idea what they're playing yet. They could be playing Inteleon VMAX, the Rapid Strike one, or like Blaziken. You never know what they're gonna play. So, or even Dodrio, because they got colorless. Dodrio for 80 extra damage with the no reprieve. There we go. It's Urshifu. Okay, let's bench the Dunsparce and then draw a few more on the next turn. They did a boss order. Okay, that's bad. That's quite smart though, because doing a boss on the Wyrdeer means we actually need to do a double switch for us to be able to kill the Remoraid, because they actually need the Remoraid probably. That's probably the reason why they did that. Without Remoraid, they can't draw out the evolution, they can't draw out the Corina's focus, they can't do anything, right? It's gonna help them a lot more if they have it in play. So we did the Birdkeeper. Now we just need to retreat with Latias. If we have another energy in play, we can actually kill... oh, we couldn't do it though. We could have done our Ultra Ball, but I think we already did the Fusion Strike, we did our ability. So we couldn't draw any more cards. Or maybe we were waiting, we were trying to wait for just the right time before we get to kill... Before we have enough energies in play to kill the Urshifu. It would be smarter to kill the Remoraid though, because now we need a few more turns before we can kill the VMAX with one hit. 7 energies is not enough. And that's the max we can do, the max we can attach on the next turn. Without Melanie, we got no Raihan, Experience Share. I don't think Experience Share works. Unless if they play a boss. So Gale Thrust can actually kill Wyrdeer if we don't have a Dunsparce in play, so we have to watch out for that. If they kill Dunsparce, we're done. Make sure you protect that Pokemon. Let's just do Clara on the next turn. So this is a very interesting game. We actually did retrieve our Latias and our Dunsparce after they do the Rapid Flow, which is so cool. I mean, I love that combo. So I think we did Escape Rope for our first knockout. I'm not sure what we did here. Or maybe we just did Escape Rope to the Latias. We can't afford to sacrifice the Latias just because we have already one discarded. We only have 2 inside this list. So let's just sacrifice the Latios and then somehow, you know, survive the next turn. I don't know what we should be doing, honestly. So, oh, we actually decided to waste our switch card in order to draw more with Genesect. That's interesting. We We got a Bird Keeper. We're gonna Raid Assist, Psyshield Bash, collect a prize card, and then somehow draw enough energies to kill the Urshifu. I don't think we can kill the Urshifu that easily. So we need like 2 strikes, unfortunately. Which is not looking good for this deck just because all we need is 9 energies, and we got so many turns though. We got so many turns to get those energy cards out. We couldn't get the research, we couldn't get our energy cards with Genesect. So that's the bad thing about this list, is that if you get bad luck, you're kind of stuck. I suppose it's the same for every deck. You can get stuck. There's always a possibility of that, whatever deck you're playing, unless you're doing like... Even with shady dealings though, you can still get stuck. I've seen people got stuck with like, you know, Sobble, Inteleon, having, you know, too many prized Drizzile or too many prized trainer cards, because if they play Drizzile, they're probably having only a couple of supporter cards inside the deck. If they can't actually search for the supporter, they can't do anything. If they run out of those supporters as well, they are forced to play a Paw Pad. I suppose that's why they need the shady dealings Inteleon for Paw Pad. So it's quite a lot to think about, even if you're playing broken cards like shady dealings. But I don't think people who played things a lot, I don't think they think much when they're playing those cards, because they just need to copy, right? Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy someone else's list. Copy like the best deck ever, the best deck in format. Like the top winners of the championships, right? Regionals or whatever the fuck people are playing these days. Just play like the top decks and you'll win for sure. Tier 1 all the way. Copy, copy, copy. You don't even have to use your brain. That's what people do these days. That's how smart they are. You have no idea how difficult it is to build a deck. Some of you do. I know some of you are smart yourselves. And I've seen quite a lot of people who actually built original decks and who have their own, you know, they put in their own personality, their own intelligence, and they put imagination into this game, which is really nice to watch, which is, I really respect those players. But it's very rare to see that happen. I don't think it happens often enough. It's just very rare. So what are we going to discard here? We're forced to discard our Wyrdeer, but we have no more Clara Rod to retrieve that card, so I'm not sure if that was the best move. We got our Dunsparce though, so they actually need 2 turns to kill this Wyrdeer, either by knocking out the Dunsparce first, or doing a rapid flow on both cards and then collecting the knockout on the next turn. So there's no way they can kill Wyrdeer on the next turn. $160. If they play Cheryl, they can actually bench another one. And they got Phalanx. Phalanx is not doing a lot of damage because they got like Cinccino, Manaphy. It's only doing like a max of 100 right now. 100 damage is not enough. 100 plus Gale Thrust. They need the Choice Belt, right? If we have a cape, they need the Choice Belt to kill us. Do they have a Choice Belt in their deck? I think they're playing the theme deck. Sorry, the League Battle deck. So the League Battle one actually has Cinccino and Phalanx, but it doesn't have a Manaphy. So it's kind of upgraded a little. It's pretty strong though. Aside from the Phalanx, I don't think Phalanx is a smart card to be playing. But they got Stone Energy, they got Cheryl, they got Tool Scrapper, Fan of Waves, very, very toolbox deck. A lot of different cards, a lot of, you know, a lot of things at your disposal that you get to play from your hand, up against a lot of different decks. So it's actually quite interesting. It's not too bad, because it is a League Battle deck after all. The Inteleon League Battle deck used to be so good, but just because we have Manaphy out now, Rebel Clash Inteleon doesn't work anymore. Well, it still works, but not all the time, right? Because if you play one-price cards without... If you play a one-price deck without your Manaphy, Inteleon can do like a 2-price kill every single turn with Max Bullet, And you got your Quick Shoot as well. You got Frostmoth for the next one. Shady Dealings. Scoop Up Net. So pretty cool. League Battle Deck. They actually passed the turn not attacking, so Phalanx is not doing an attack. They got no energies on the Urshifu. I think they may be waiting for Cheryl. If they're waiting for Cheryl, we should be collecting enough energy for a one-hit knockout strategy. So let's just keep on drawing out the energies. We got a Gordy for this as well. Let's play it right now and attach as much as we can. We got 3 energies with Gordy. Pretty cool. Haha, look at that. And we can't actually attach everything. Oh well. Let's just do the Wyrdeer, because I don't think they can kill it with one hit just yet. So there's no point keeping it on other Pokemons, just because they could play Rapid Flow. If they play like Melanie, they can actually do Rapid Flow. Melanie or Raihan. They can Rapid Flow our bench and kill off, remove those energies from play. So Latios actually has 130 HP, so it can survive a Rapid Flow, but not your Dunsparce or Latias. But we actually have a cape on Latias right now to prevent a one-hit knockout from Urshifu. So Latias is a 1-price card. Choice Belt doesn't work for it. Telescopic Sight doesn't work for Latias as well. Doesn't work on it. So they're not able to do more damage than 120. And they have a Tool Scrapper though. I think they already discarded it. Tool Scrapper is going to help them a lot. Well, not by much, because Wyrdeer is not going to die anytime soon. 80 damage. 150, is that enough? 150 plus 80. 230. Yep, if they have a Tool Scrapper, they can actually kill Wyrdeer on the next turn. All they need is switch energy Tool Scrapper. Clara is pretty cool because you get to immediately after the knockout, you get to draw it back into your hand, plus the energy as well, and then attach right after, right? On the in a single turn, bench and attach with your Red Assist, Blue Assist. So that's the speed. You get to do it fast, just because you don't actually need to wait a few turns before you can evolve. If you are playing evolution cards with Clara, it's not good. If you're playing basics with Clara, it's super effective. So that's why this deck is so. That's why that card matches so well with this list. But I eventually decided on Ordinary Rod, just because Rod actually helps you replenish your deck. So there was a game. There was one of the games that I played, which I actually got decked out with a Bird Keeper. I played too many Bird Keepers in that list. We don't actually have that many copies this deck. So I used to play 3 copies for this deck. And at one point, I actually draw out... We have to draw a lot of cards from the deck with our Genesect. So drawing out a lot, I think I was playing against Eternatus and lost. Just because I draw out too many cards and had to play a Bird Keeper. Because they play a Galarian Slowking with a, what's it called, with a Galar Mine and the attack that actually knocks you out on your next turn, at the end of your next turn. I forgot the attack, but you know, the effect actually causes your opponent's Pokemon to get knocked out if they don't switch, if they don't erase the effect with evolution or something like that. So we have to switch, we are forced to switch, otherwise we are gonna get knocked out passing the turn. And drawing the switch card forces us to discard everything and draw out the Bird Keeper, and we got 3 cards left inside the deck. If we play the Bird Keeper, we're gonna deck out. So we don't have a Rod, we actually have a Clara for that list. So having a Clara actually forces us to discard that card. Discarding the supporter means we can't actually have enough cards inside the deck to play the Bird Keeper. And we actually lost that game just because we have no cards left, no turns left. Not because we couldn't win, not because we couldn't collect the final prize, but just because we have no turns left. So that's the bad thing about Clara, is that you can't actually It doesn't work that well with Genesect, just because Genesect needs to run through, you need to speed through your deck, right? You have to discard so many things, draw a lot from the deck every single turn constantly. That's why if you play against Durant, you have to be very aware of that. If you draw too much, you're gonna deck out much faster than you expect. So don't draw anything with Genesect if you're playing against Durant. Unless if you need to, you may need to draw out your switch cards or your stadium. So you never really know what's the best thing to be doing. It really depends on the situation, depends on a lot of different criterias and, you know, aspects of the game. Elements and also your psyche. It depends on your psyche as well. Okay, we got final knockout right here. We won the game. They attacked with the Urshifu, having no shovel. They didn't play Rapid Flow. They didn't do anything. I don't think Rapid Flow is gonna get them enough prize cards for the win. So they didn't do it enough times. Had they done the Genesect, they could have killed the Genesect and another one prize for the win. But they need another turn though, right? They should have done like Rapid Flow and then collect the knockout with the Phalanx or something. They couldn't attack, they couldn't do enough damage with Phalanx. That's the bad thing about that card, is that it does so low. It's trash. The amount of damage you're doing is so low that you might as well play nothing but Urshifu. You might as well just put more Urshifu in your deck and do Gale Thrust more times for you to collect the knockout with your Rapid Flow, right? If they'd done Gale Thrust on a Wyrdeer, they could have killed both the Wyrdeer and a Latias on the bench with the final Rapid Flow for the final win. So that's all they need, really. Two different Urshifus is all they need. That's why we actually need a boss in this deck. Having a boss is going to help us out so much more. Just in case they play like more VMAXs, if they pull out a second VMAX that doesn't actually need a lot of energies to attack, like an Urshifu, they can actually, you know, save the other one on the bench and prevent, you know, deny us that 3 prize draw by attacking with a new one. So that's the power of Boss Order, right? I don't think we can go without that card for any deck. But just because we're doing a one-hit knockout every turn, quite fast as well, we actually decided to cut out that supporter from this deck. First time ever, we have no Boss Order for this list. In the final update, but I recommend to swap something for another copy of the boss. Just because it's that crucial. So here we are up against Whimsicott a second time. We have Bibarel again and Path to the Peak once more. Are we going to be able to win a second time? Let's see. Whimsicott VSTAR with Fluff Ball Star, and Crushing Hammer, Choice Belt, Path to the Peak. It's actually out now, Temple of Sinnoh. So all special energies is gonna be destroyed. Fusion Strike energy, no more protected from abilities. That means you get to use Arctozolt, you get to use Zigzagoon against Mew VMAX. You just need to play Temple of Sinnoh. If you have that tool card, if you have that Stadium card in play, you can use Zigzagoon Flapple to hit Mew VMAX with damage counters. You can use Arctozolt Inteleon Quick Shoot to hit Mew VMAX with damage counters. So that's the power of that Stadium card. You get to play it on your turn, and then place damage counter on your turn on their Fusion Strike Pokemons. Or even play like Umbreon VMAX, right? Umbreon VMAX actually doesn't get to drag it. You don't get to pull out Mew VMAX from the bench with your Dark Signal just because it's an ability if they have a Fusion Strike energy attached to it. So Temple of Sinnoh is going to help you so much for any deck. It's going to help you play your Umbreon VMAX against Mew. It's going to help you play, you know, your damage counter placement against Mew VMAX. So I think that's the only thing they can come up with. It's going to help you, you know, nullify Arceus as well. So Arceus can't use double turbo. They're going to need to search for a Stadium card and the double turbo on the second turn. If you play that Stadium, that means they're gonna need to do they can't actually do more than 200 damage. You know, 180 is the maximum they can do if they search for a Stadium and the special energy, because they can't search for the Choice Belt. So no Choice Belt means They're doing 180 and they can't actually kill a V card. So that's a big deal. It's a big deal to be playing that stadium for any deck, even in the meta, just because you're denying Arceus that extra damage. Extra few damage is all they need to kill your V card with one hit. So 180 is not enough to kill Whimsicott V. Whimsicott V actually is 190 HP. I love that stadium though. Temple of Sinnoh. Love it. The only other stadium... Well, there's actually a lot of stadiums. There's Gabe Jawbog. You know, place 2 damage counter on both players' Pokemon as you bench them from your hand. The new Team Magma's Basin... Sorry, Team Magma base. Same thing, but I think it only works for non-Team Magma Pokemons. So that's actually a bit different. If you bench non-Team Magma Pokemons, you actually have to place damage counter on that Pokemon each time you bench it. So obviously you can't bench it more times unless if you scoop it up, and if you scoop it up, you actually have to remove the damage counters. So it's actually quite tricky to play that card if you want to be placing damage counter on your own Pokemon. But that stadium is actually helping you reducing your opponent's HP though. If they play VMAX, VSTAR, you're reducing the amount of HP they have on their Pokemon. If they don't play heal cards, you just need 270 to knock them out. So if they play Arceus and they bench, if you have that stadium out early, if you go first and if you play the stadium card on your first turn, they actually have to bench the Arceus, placing 2 damage counters on that card, on that V-Star as they evolve, and you only need 260 damage to kill it. 260 with Regidrago is enough. You get to kill it with a Choice Belt. You get to kill a lot of cards with 270 damage, right? Like Cramorant with the continuous Galt Missile does 240 damage max. With your Choice Belt, you get to kill Arceus if it has 2 damage counters on it. So reducing the HP is kind of a big deal. If you pull it out late though, it's not gonna help you that much. I don't think it's gonna be that good a card for the meta, unless if you're choosing to damage your own Pokemon for effects like Gyarados V, you know, something to do more damage and hit your opponent with damage counters like Runerigus or something like that. I actually built a Runerigus deck for Brilliant Stars. If you guys want to check it out, it's in my channel. So Runerigus works really well with Double Turbo now out, and we have our Rapidash for that list. We have our Farfetch as well. So twin energy cost for both Runerigus and Farfetch. Double Turbo for your Rapidash. So we don't actually have water energy. We can't play Melanie for Rapidash, but we have 1 copy of Pierre's to get our special energy out. So Pierre's to get Double Turbo for 𝓿𝓚𝓻𝓿𝓚 to place damage counters on any of your opponent's Pokemon until they have 100 HP remaining. And then collect the knockout by playing your Curse Drop. I forgot what it's called. It's not called Curse Drop. It's Spreading Spite, right? Spreading Spite Runerigus. Place 2 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Pretty cool. And there's gonna be new cards that allows you to place damage counters now. It's gonna get rotated though because it's Rebel Clash, so Runerigus is gonna be no more, which is actually quite sad because we got a lot of damage counter cards on the next set. So in the next set, there's gonna be Damage Pump as well for Lost Abyss. Damage Pump allows you to move damage counters up to 2 damage counters from any one of your Pokemon to any one of your other Pokemon. So that card is gonna be super cool. We got Gengar as well. Gengar to place, you get to summon Gengar, which is a stage 2 card from your discard pile, same as your Empoleon. But you don't actually need to have 0 cards in your hand. So Empoleon requires you to have an empty hand to be able to bench it from your discard pile. Whereas with your Gengar, you can actually bench it directly from your discard pile just by having it inside there. Just by having it discarded, you can summon it anytime in the game. At any point in the game, you can summon Gengar, but you have to place 3 damage counter on that Pokemon. So placing 3 damage counter could actually help you do more damage with your Hisuian Zoroark, or you can actually do more damage with your Primeape or something like that. You know, it can actually be an extra strategy, and you get to play Damage Pump as well, move those damage counter to your Runerigus, and then, you know, I mean, that would be pretty cool to watch, but it's gonna get rotated just when that set is gonna come out. So no Damage Pump, no Runerigus. Oh well. Okay, we got 7 energies. We actually get to kill the Whimsicott right now. We got more than that. We got 400 damage in. But we're saving the energies for our next Wyrdeer or even Luster Purge for the next turn. Luster Purge can't kill the VSTAR, but it can kill the V card. So we got our first VSTAR knockout. 280 damage. More than enough. And they are down to nothing on their bench. They got Marnie though. So I think we killed the Bibarel early, so they can't actually draw cards that easily anymore. And they didn't play a Raihan, so they can't attack, they can't evolve. They are stuck with nothing but Fluff gets in the way. If they play Fluff gets in the way, we have to do a double switch. So I think we won already though. If they don't evolve, we just need to switch and retreat with Latias. We just need 1 energy on Latias to retreat and kill off the Whimsicott for the final 2 prize. We actually have 3 prizes remaining though, so if they bench something, it's gonna be quite a long game still. They have 6 prize cards though, 6 more prize cards, so I don't know how they have any chance of winning. We already have more energies on the next turn, preparing for our next Wyrdeer, so they got Fluff Ball Star still in play. They haven't played the V-Star attack just yet. So let's do it right now. We're gonna do... Oh, we actually have an air balloon. So we don't need to retreat with Latias. We can retreat with Genesect. Let's just get 1 more energy just in case. And then do our red assist, blue assist. Rake in enough energies for Genesect to do the draw. So this is pretty cool. I love this so much. I love playing Latias with... Latias with Genesect, just because you get to draw after attaching your energies. You get to draw and attach and draw and attach. It's like the best feeling ever. 320 damage. And we're down to 1 final prize. And they're down to 1 last Whimsicott. They may have another copy inside the deck though. Whimsicott GX. Do you guys remember that card? It's actually a fairy type. This one is a fairy type as well. And that one actually has the 𝓿𝐿𝐴 ability. The protection ability. You have to flip a coin each time you attack that card. And if they flip a heads... they have to flip a coin each time you attack that card, and if they flip a heads, they get to prevent all damage done to that Pokemon. So same as the new Ambipom from Pokemon Go set, there's gonna be Ambipom, which is a stage 1 card as well. Allows you to prevent all damage done to it if you flip a heads each time your opponent attacks it. Same as 𝘿𝐿𝐴, Rebel Clash. That card is gonna get rotated, so there's gonna be a new stage 2 level ball card as well, Ambipom. Which is much more broken than 𝘿𝐿𝐴, because it actually has the same attack as Whimsicott GX. So it has the 1 colorless energy cost for 60x damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. You get to flip a coin for each head to do 60 more damage, right? I don't think it has base damage though. Whimsicott has a base damage. Ambipom has no base damage, just because it's a 1 price. And it's low HP, only 90, so it cannot survive 1 strike. If you flip a Tails, it's gone. I think Whimsicott GX is very low HP as well, 190, not a lot of HP. So anyways, we're already past the 1.5 hour mark, so I'm gonna end the voiceover right here. I'm gonna end the narration and leave you guys for silent gameplay, enjoying and focusing on the game, enjoying this combo, Latios, Latias, and our Frontier Road, the new Wyrdeer V doing 1 billion damage, 40x for each psychic energy, limitless damage as high as you can get for as many energies as you can attach to your Pokemon, and you get to transfer as it becomes the new active with its cool ability. So this is a very cool one-hit KO strategy deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time. Have a great day and bye for now, lovely people. Enjoy your life. So for this game, we're up against a 1-price 𝘿𝐿𝐴 deck. They're playing Eldegoss with 𝘿𝐿𝐴, the one that does 130 damage for only 1 energy, discarding 2 water from their hand. And another 𝘿𝐿𝐴 actually helps them bench snipe for the knockout hit. So they're actually doing a 2-hit knockout strategy with double 𝘿𝐿𝐴 in the same deck. For the next team, we're up against the new Wyrdeer V from Astral Radiance with the Fang Snipe attack, doing 30 base damage for 2 colorless costs with the super cool effect of discarding a trainer card from your opponent's hand as well. And after that, we have a Metagross VMAX matchup, a second Duraludon game, and another Whimsicott V-Star. So tune in for more, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye, guys!
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. Trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really noticed just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? 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 Then will you get bored of killing me?
You can see the writing on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always, they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the older generation. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't be scared. Just let me know. Don't be scared. Back, mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just let me know. Don't be scared. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I started to do. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone, just wanna break, no. I'm not gonna give in, take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had to give an art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of love, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to go. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Step 1, wake up early, gon' rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, fuck everybody, just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gon' rise to the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Hey man, how the hell you doing? I've been just fine, living life with the noose and in my mind, all I hear is music. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. I feel like everyone's a stranger. Small talk with your narcissistic neighbor. She's real hot, but they said to never date her. I agree, but you did and I hate her. You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, no, see you later. Sometimes I just wanna be a hater. Gotta wash down the top 40s with a chaser. Your voice starts feeling like a waiter. Scraping my mind against a cheese grater. Before you go, sir, you have to sign a waiver. That's alright, I'm aware of the danger. You wanna get away? You better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off.
And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking.
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
Don't wanna